Here's the 0-2 pitch. Kirk bounces one up the middle. Bends to the bag. Over to first to beat the champ. You gotta knock him out. The Dodgers stand tall. Was the running down? Shohei Ohtani arrives in October. 1-2 to Lucas. Here's the fastball.
For years, the Dodgers quietly built relationships in Japan. They invested in scouting, analytics, player development, and international recruiting better than almost anybody else in baseball. While their teams were thinking locally, the Dodgers were thinking globally. And now, the result looks almost unfair. You've got Ohtani crushing home runs into the pavilion, Yamamoto carving hitters apart with the splitters that disappear, and Sasaki throwing absolute gas. Every night, it felt like an all-star game. The Dodgers didn't just create a super team, they created baseball's next dynasty. So how exactly did they pull this off? How did one franchise become the destination for Japan's biggest stars and completely change the balance of power in MLB? Today we're breaking down how the Dodgers built a Japanese super team and why the rest of baseball might be in trouble. Before the Dodgers became baseball's international empire, they were already one of the smartest organizations in sports. They had money, sure. Everybody knows the Dodgers can spend, but a lot of rich teams fail because they throw contracts around with no real plan. Take the Mets, for example, with Juan Soto. But the Dodgers were different. Every move connected to a bigger vision. And that vision really started to change when Shohei Ohtani entered the picture. Because landing Ohtani wasn't just signing another superstar. This was the face of baseball globally. A player so unique that people literally didn't know if we'd ever see someone like him again. Think about it. This guy is an elite pitcher and one of the best hitters in the world at the exact same time. It shouldn't even be possible. When Ohtani was leaving Japan years ago, every MLB team wanted him. But even back then, the Dodgers were preparing for this moment. They built connections to Japan, respected Japanese baseball culture, and created an environment international stars actually wanted to join. And players noticed that stuff. Fast forward to free agency, and suddenly the Dodgers had the perfect setup. Big market, winning culture, loaded roster, massive Japanese fan base, West Coast location. Everything lined up perfectly. Then boom, Shohei Ohtani signs with the Dodgers, and instantly, the entire sport changed. Not only because of his talent, but because every other Japanese player around the world saw it too. The Dodgers became the destination. Once Ohtani arrived, it almost created a domino effect. Because then came Yoshinobu Yamamoto. Now, if you didn't watch Japanese baseball before he came to MLB, let me explain to you how dominant this guy was. Yamamoto wasn't just good in Japan, he was unreal. 3 straight Sawamura Awards, basically Japan's version of the Cy Young. Elite ERA, elite command, strikeouts everywhere. He looked untouchable. And what made him scary was how he pitched. He wasn't just throwing hard. He could locate every pitch exactly where he wanted. His splitter falls off the table. His curveball freezes hitters. And he stays calm no matter the moment. So naturally, every team wanted him too. The Yankees wanted him. The Mets wanted him. Basically, every rich contender was trying to throw money at him. But again, the Dodgers won. And honestly, Ohtani probably played a huge role in that. Imagine being Yamamoto and looking at the situation. You already know the Dodgers are stable. You know they develop pitchers well. You know they're going to contend for championships every year. And now you get to play with Shohei Ohtani too. That's hard to beat. So now the Dodgers suddenly have the biggest superstar in baseball and Japan's best pitcher. And at that point, the rest of MLB was already nervous. But then the Dodgers somehow took it even farther. Roki Sasaki. This is where things start feeling really unfair. Because Sasaki isn't just another great pitcher prospect. Some scouts were calling him one of the most talented arms baseball has ever seen. We're talking triple-digit fastballs, disgusting splitters, highlight reels every start. And the craziest part? He's still insanely young. This is a guy who threw a perfect game in Japan with 19 strikeouts. 19. That's video game stuff. The moment people really realized Sasaki might eventually come to MLB, everybody started connecting to the Dodgers immediately. And honestly, it made sense. Why wouldn't you want to go there? You've already got Ohtani. You already got Yamamoto. You got one of the best organizations in sports. And you've got a real chance to win championships every single year. For international players, especially Japanese stars, comfort matters, culture matters, having teammates who understand your background matters. The Dodgers created all of that. So when Sasaki joined the organization, it felt like the Dodgers officially completed a super team. And that's what separates this roster from normal MLB teams. This isn't just talent, it's chemistry, it's identity, it's global recruiting done at the highest level. And then there's Hee-Sang Kim. A lot of casual fans might not know him as well yet, but adding another elite international player just shows how committed the Dodgers are to building globally. They're not only chasing stars, they're building an entire pipeline of international talent. And the scary thing is, they're still not done. That's the part that other teams probably hate the most, because the Dodgers don't operate like a normal franchise anymore. They combine huge spending with elite analytics, scouting development, and international recruiting. Most teams only have one or two of those advantages. The Dodgers have them all. And when you combine that with Los Angeles as a destination, it becomes a cheat code. Players want to play there. You've got the weather, the fan base, the history, the endorsements, the championships. Everything feeds into itself. Winning attracts stars, stars attract more stars, and suddenly you've built a dynasty. Now, obviously, having a stacked roster doesn't guarantee championships. We've seen super teams fail before. But what made this Dodgers run different was the pitching. That Japanese pitching core completely changed the identity of the team. Every postseason game felt impossible for opponents. One night you're facing Yamamoto with splitters, diving into the dirt. Then you've got Sasaki throwing 102. Meanwhile, Ohtani is launching baseballs in orbit on offense. How do you even prepare for that? It's like the Dodgers built a roster in the lab. Once they started winning championships, the perception around the league changed completely. At first, people were impressed. Then they got annoyed, because every offseason felt the same. The Dodgers signed who now? Fans of smaller market teams started feeling hopeless. Rival fan bases complained that baseball needed a salary cap. Social media exploded every time another star got connected to LA. But honestly, the Dodgers earned this position. They planned for it. This wasn't luck. They invested years in becoming the most attractive organization in baseball. They adapted faster than everyone else. While some teams were stuck in old school thinking, the Dodgers were building a modern global empire. How the entire sport revolves around them. Even internationally, MLB has changed because of this movement. The Dodgers became baseball's most popular team in Japan almost overnight. Games exploded in viewership. Merchandise sales went crazy. MLB leaned heavily into international marketing because they realized how massive this audience could become. Ohtani alone changed baseball's global reach. And honestly, we might still be watching the beginning of this era, because dynasties don't just happen because of talent. They happen because organizations stay ahead of everyone else. And right now, nobody seems to be ahead of the Dodgers. The scary part is that younger international players are probably watching all this too. They see the success, they see the support system, they see championships, and they're thinking, why wouldn't I want to play there? That's how dynasties keep growing. One star attracts another, then another, and then another one. Before you know it, the Dodgers aren't just a baseball team anymore. They're the center of the baseball world. So whether you love them or hate them, one thing is undeniable. The Dodgers changed Major League Baseball forever. And they did it by building one of the greatest international super teams the sport has ever seen.